Okay. What inspires me is I'm internally inspired. Okay, so I don't see a camel and go paint a camel. Okay, I don't see a falcon and I go paint a falcon. And I'm actually against people who go and see a horse and paint a horse, and camel paint a camel, and bird paint a bird. Okay, I think unless you're a camera, then you do that. Okay, but this is my philosophy. I mean, a lot of people hate me now, but this is my philosophy. I think artists should paint feelings. Okay, so the you see, you clap now. I don't know what I was going to say. So anyway, so what I do is I get my inspiration from feelings. I get my inspiration from things that irritate me, things that I want to change. You know, you don't have my presentation here. Do you? The one that introduced me? Because it'll be easier to rely on that. And a lot of the stuff that the stuff that I adopt in my artwork is usually irritating, because as an Arab and a Muslim and an Emirati, we like to stay away from irritating things and stuff. And even when we're hungry and somebody offers us food, we say, La alhamdulillah, and we can hear the birds inside. So we like to always make things look beautiful and stuff, and we like to talk about beautiful things and nice things and all of that. Okay. So to come out and show hate, everybody paints love and a heart and stuff. But no, but sometimes there's what makes us humans are internal feelings. You know, so hate and envy, as well as love, you know, and jealousy and all of these things. And these are things that I take and I magnify in my artwork sometimes. So a lot of people, and then after that, now even if I paint something nice, they're like, oh, what's the evil message inside me? So there's a lot of this. I take my inspiration from my own experiences. For example, I had there was at one point I was driving, and then the guy on the radio was talking about this the father who beat his 2-year-old daughter to death because he was feeding her and she dirtied his pants while the mom was sitting and watching. Okay, it just bothered me so much that I painted a painting called Another Silence, and it had the mother, her face was black, because when we in Arabic, when we say somebody when their face is black, meaning that you're bad, you're useless, because you were there while this person was killing your daughter and you're just sitting silently. Now, for whatever reason, maybe she was afraid that he'll kill her. Well, why didn't you fight for it if you loved your daughter so much and die for your daughter? So all of these things go in my head. And I made this painting of the mother, black face, and then she's holding a baby, a teddy bear that has blood on it. And thankfully, soon after that, more attention was given to young children within me.
Wow.
What I do is I don't always, I rarely look this clean. Normally I'm very dirty, and I work in very terrible conditions. Sometimes when I'm working in the workshop, because there's no AC, okay, because I do industrial welding, I cut metal, I also do traditional painting and all of that. So sometimes it goes between 55 to 60 degrees in there, okay? And when you're welding and you're sweating, it's dangerous, because you can become conducive, so you become part of the electricity. So for me to make my hair stand up, I don't need gel most of the time. So anyway, but that's, and to me it's very relaxing. It's very relaxing for me to be somewhere where I have to fight with the rats sometimes because I drink Red Bull, put it on the floor, and you know, for me to be able to work 24 hours a day. So I do work, I do public speaking. Believe it or not, people came to listen to me talk on TEDx. That was very scary. They gave me a mic and an audience. So, but I also write. I'm opening now another gallery in Dubai, Contemporary Art Gallery. But this is the thing, that it's a lot of it is time management. That's why sadly I couldn't come and stay with you the entire time. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get back on an airplane and go back. So, but that's the thing. I mean, I'm working on a short movie. I'm working on a solo exhibition. I'm opening a gallery, and I'm working on a volume 1 of a graphic novel I'm launching in New York in October, as well as other things that I'm probably going to remember on the airplane going back. But this is the thing. This is 8 months. This is 10 months, 8 hours a day. He's called the Invisible Giant. In a couple of months, he'll have a permanent house in Dubai. This was. We talk about inspiration. I was going to the Venice Biennale, and while I was sitting and waiting for the airplane, I read a reporter she had worked in the UAE, hated the UAE, and was traveling back. And I think the last thing she wanted to do was write about art in the UAE. And I was let's stay on that one. Yeah. And I was reading this, and she was saying how terrible art in the UAE is, and how Emiratis choose very easy art. So I went to Italy, and I stayed there for a few days because of the Venice Biennale. Came back and spent the next 10 months working 8 hours a day, putting this guy together called the Invisible Giant. And while I was working on him, I sent out a challenge saying, if you can work with me on this for one day, in 60 degrees, okay, then I will agree with you that the Emiratis choose easy art. And she never wrote anything about Emirati art again. So that's the inspiration. You know, I get inspired. I'm crazy when I get challenged sometimes, but this is, I mean, I became blind twice because when you do technical welding and doing artwork and you want it to be aligned, and you know the stick when you're welding, with time gets shorter. So you can never learn the exact size. It's not like learning to part your car, no. Imagine your car changes size every time. Okay, that's what technical welding is like. So, and when you want it to weld at the right place, you can't put the mask on and do it, because the mask is black. Okay, so you have to take the mask off and just make sure that it's up. It's too early. Okay, so he made me blind twice. Thank God I got my eyesight back. He fell on me once, dislocated the shoulder because I was trying to be macho man. I thought me and 4 other guys can carry him. We can't. So anyway, so that's this guy's story.
How much does he weigh?
He weighs close to a ton. He weighs close. I mean, you can tell this guy's about 6 foot. Okay, so you can kind of tell the size. He's galvanized steel, and he has a steel frame inside him, so that it can, you know, it's heavier from this point down than any architects in the room. Anyway, everything down here is a triangle. I mean, inside. Okay, is a triangle, so he's much heavier than he looks. So everything inside is a triangle. It's how they build bridges. Okay, everything in there is a triangle so that it can carry all this weight in this awkward position because most of his weight is forward.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is called an absence of the sun. This is because we always, especially artists producing art in the Arab world, we always censor ourselves. And we say, no. If they see this, they will do this to me and that to me and whatever. Okay? And most of it is wrong. I mean, I made, anyway. And this is where when creative people create their own prisons, okay, we censor ourselves, so the art never comes out true. So this is my inspiration. My inspiration is you have to be more honest. You know, I mean, if you want, if you want to claim your stake as being an artist in the art world, then the work has to be real. The feelings have to be real. I mean, if you make a feeling and then you start saying, no, I better take this part off. Well, you're doing a discount so that you don't go to jail. You know, it has to be real. Otherwise, then it becomes a craft. Okay, do you want me to go on or do you want to go to the next question?
No.